The dog can turn them. Stay over here, because you need to stop them going that way.
All the people that we've had that come from WAC here have been always very, very helpful. Brian's explained things very easily to us, and Richard, Toby. Yeah, it's been a really good experience.
We started 8 years ago with a little 17-acre farm in Putnam County. We used about 200 acres of other people's land. And we started to get really interested in 100% grass-fed and grass-finished lamb. And we sort of recognized through trial and error that the quality wasn't good enough, and that was because the quality of the forage wasn't good enough. So we bit the bullet and decided to buy a farm, and this is where we bought. The previous farmers, they were one of the very early adopters of the WAC program. The stream in flood actually ran into their cowshed and washed all the manure and the stuff out into the stream and down into the Pabacton Reservoir. A substantial amount was invested to keep the water clean. Brian Latourette explained it all, and it didn't take very long for us at all to make the decision, yes, we'll take on the program.
The former owner, Marilyn Gromick, and asked us to come in and work with her on transition of the whole farm plan and the obligations of the whole farm plan to the new owners. The Evans actually agreed to accept a lot of the whole farm plan that was in place and the BMPs that were in place in the operation and maintenance of those BMPs. Our contractor is in here rebuilding the fence as we re-enroll the CREP, the Conservation Reserve Enhancement Program, which Joe and Jackie have agreed to sign up for.
Our animals are excluded from the stream that goes through the spine of the farm. In return for that exclusion, we get a modest rental.
The CREP is a federal program administered through USDA and Farm Service Agency to establish buffers from watercourses in productive facilities. The landowners would actually agree to rent the land to the government for a yearly rental payment and establish a buffer to filter the water, as well as establishing an area for wildlife habitat and stream ecology through the development of trees and shrubbery. So WAC partners with the USDA FSA to administer and implement this program.
And they just completed fencing rather than us having to put our own temporary fencing up there. Now that fencing will do the work. This paddock that the lambs have been in, we moved them there yesterday afternoon, mid-afternoon. This side is what they're going into today. They'll be in here for a day. This is a little bit more than an acre.
Rotational grazing systems are set up looking at the species, the ground cover, the type of forage that is being grown, the soil types, the elevation, and it's designed to receive the best nutritional value from that growth for your stock that are grazing that property. There is a water system provided to give them adequate, clean, cool, fresh water in lieu of drinking out of the streams. Those systems were in the re-enrollment retrofitted for his operation.
We provide fresh water, and the Watershed Agricultural Council helped us enormously with this because we gave up rights to the stream that ran through the whole spine of the farm, and they in turn provided us with water troughs. They bought a 1,500-gallon water tank. We run 400 feet of garden hose with a float device which, when the water goes below a certain level, this fills up. And so it gives them fresh, cool water all the time, and that's really important for their growth.
A dry well system is established in the berm of the pond to accept the clean water, and then it goes into the pump station, which pressurizes the water and sends it to the network of pipes under the ground to feed the frost-free hydrants. The hydrants come up in the form of a frost-free hydrant that can be drained in the wintertime on each side of the water corridors that have been excluded.
What I found most useful about WAC is the consulting capacity, the advice that we receive. We're new to proper farming. We farmed using other people's land down in Putnam County for many years. We didn't have the issue of land ownership, land maintenance. So we control the forage here, but when you get into that, there are a whole host of things that you need to know. And so we had to learn fast, and I know we could not have done that without advice from you, from Rich Toby.
It's good to hear that we're a clearinghouse for information and programs for participants and producers. We try to send out specialists who can help for whatever they need, so it's good to hear.